POLYNESIA. Hey Orana, my name is Moina Rivera and you are watching POLYNESIA TV, the place to learn, to connect, to feel, to become Polynesia. Today I'm super excited because I have the privilege to invite a special guest that is a friend of mine and that I have a lot of admiration. It's my friend Matani. Hi Matani, thank you so much for coming. And thank you so much for taking the time because Matani is a very busy person. Matani has different hats. He was the president of the Heiva Tahiti for multiple years. He is the owner of the dance group Nonahere, an award-winning group at the Heiva Tahiti. And he's also a master. He's an instructor, choreographer, author. He does it all. He has a lot of talents, a lot of gifts, and I'm super excited today because we're gonna share a lot of things with him. So Matani, can you tell us really quick about your background? How did you start working in the Ori Tahiti world or in the Tahitian culture?
Maururu bueno for that question. It's a question very important for me because it's from my history. The history of my life. I was born in Pir'e and in a very special place, Nonahere, a very poor place. And the only person who was in culture was my grandmother. So I learned from her, and I was dancing from 3 years old on the street with Moyata when she had her group from Pir'e. So that's how I began Ori Tahiti since I was 3 years old. And my grandmother was a singer. She's the auntie of Esther Tefana. So we were already in music and songs. That's how I was connected with the Ori Tahiti. And when I grew up, I study, and when I finished my studies, I became a teacher for kids. And I was in a school where all the dance group, they were staying for practicing for the Heiva. And that's how I choose to dance for the first time at the Heiva. I just entered a dance group. It was a group from Taravao. And that's how I began. I was a dancer. I was also selected as pupho because I loved that. So I began as pupho for this dance group. And that's the only experience that I have from Ori Tahiti. When I was teaching in Papeete, the most important for me was to be close to the culture. So I was very interested in music, piano, guitar, ukulele, drums, singing. That's how I just built my background. And now when I was sure of what I wanted to do, I decided to create my dance troupe in 2003. It was Nonahere. And with my people from Mahina, we were 30 people. We decided to compete at the community of Mahina, and we won the first place. That's how the experience of the Heiva began, because the year after, I was choreographing with Kokotirao Ahutoronui. That's how we won also the first place of the Heiva Tahiti in 2004. And with Nonahere, we decided to go on stage in 2005. And I had the privilege to work with a very famous and good writer. It was Patrick Amaru. He was one of my best writer I work with, because this person was very wild with his the way he was thinking about the culture, and he was worried about the fact that the people, they stopped talking Tahitian, and also they never write Tahitian. So that was my focus. How can we speak Tahitian? How can we write Tahitian? And I found the solution. The solution was to do Ori Tahiti. And in 2005 we went on To'ata. We won the second place. The first place was Hei Tahiti. And for the first time, the judges of the Heiva Tahiti decided to name us professional group, Huratau. For the first time, the Huratau, the second place of Huravatau became Huratau. And I think that the judges were right, because the years after, 2006, 2007, and 2008, we won 3 times the Heiva Tahiti.
Wow.
And when we won that, my focus still the language. My focus was how to learn the Tahitian language, the Maohi language, the Reo Maohi, and how to write it. And Patrick Amaru was also a good teacher for me. And the years after, my goal was not really to compete anymore, but it was to do something for the whenua. And how? By being in the judging people, how to write the rules of the Heiva, how to manage judge competitors, the judges. So that was my second goal, to change the level of how I think the culture, and to work also with those people, with Macau, with other people, very important. With Lorenzo also, very, very interesting history of my background of Ori Tahiti.
So, Matani, you have an incredible story, and a lot of people actually are all around the world are amazed to the fact that Nonahere had won several times. It's pretty a big deal, especially at the Heiva Tahiti. And so, because there are a lot of Polynesian dance groups out there who actually every year, dedicate themselves to win a competition. And so what will be your words of advice or encouragement for these groups to be successful at a competition?
It's a good question, because a lot of groups, they love Ori Tahiti, and when they create their own dance group, they decide to compete. But I would like to focus before to compete. Before the group compete, the most important is to love the whenua. If they do this, that's for the love of the Ori Tahiti. And when they love the Ori Tahiti, even if they don't know how to speak Tahitian, they will have to. So they will have to sing Tahitian. They will have to dance the legend. They will have to dance a concept. They will have to dance the story of an island, the history of a person. And for me, they are 50% on the way to win a competition. Their love of the culture. The best way to win a competition, it's to have a good theme. To have a good theme, to have a good story. I'm very proud of those groups who come, for example, at the Heiva San Jose, and they present us a theme. I don't like when there are a lot of mistakes of languages. So the first step is to have somebody who can help them to write with the good words of Tahitian their theme. It's only 20% of the numbers to win a competition. I think that the rest of the work, the 80%, is the artistic way.
Yeah.
And to work an artistic way, you must have a good team, because you cannot do all by yourself, and you have to accept that the others, they are good also to do artistic dance, OTA, a way of aparima. And the most difficult is to have that challenge to keep the team always together and success. The first competition you win is that you go on the competition with your team from the beginning to the end and you success. The step number 3 to win a competition is to watch the judges and to see who they are, what do they want, because a competition, it's only the results of judges and it's not the result of the population. We cannot ask the people to vote because they are not working, they don't have a group. But the judges, if you see that in the judge competition you have many people very traditional, please don't come with a very modern thing because they will be shocked that group, they will say that group did not understand. That's why I like when the competition has many people different and different experiences, because I think that together we can go far. Alone we go straight and fast, but together, all together they can maybe move their way of mind about the Ori Tahiti. So for me, there are the 3 steps very important for Ori Tahiti and win a competition.
Perfect. Thank you so much for all these advices. Now I wanted to focus more on the leadership, because you're a group leader, and we have in US, for example, or Mexico, there are different type of leaders. Some leaders are very strict, and especially when it comes to a competition. Some leaders are just too soft or different kind. But what is a great group leader looks like for you?
Thank you for your question. It's a very important question because it's part of the human being. And for me, a leader must, of course, manage his dancer. He must know exactly what he wants from his dancers, from his team. He must know exactly. I mean, if they are at a step number 1 and they want them to go at the step number 10, he has to know that he's not there with them to have love, to have affection. He has to work with everybody. So he can put a lot of love, he can put a lot of strict way, but the results is the same. The way the people, they will feel the thing is different. Of course, that when you spread love, you receive love. So I think that a leader must just spread the love of the whenua, the love of Tahiti and the islands. That's for me the most important. If he is a strict person, you just have to respect the other person. You can find many ways to say, go down, do it more, work, but no need to have enemies. So just respect. And I think that that's the most important, to respect the work of the others, to respect the dancers, the musicians. And when you spread that respect, you receive respect. And the last thing is that when you love your whenua, you don't wait. The only thing that you can wait from your dancers is that they have love of that whenua, and you can see that love in the dancing, because they respect your decision, because they respect what you built from the beginning. And it's that process from the beginning to the results, and on the stage, what did they really learn from you? What did you let them as an heritage of your work? So and the last idea is that when you spread that way of thinking, your love for the whenua, the respect you have from the others, you're sure that maybe your people is ready one time to do their own dance troupe and also to continue the work. So it's very important to do this, and that's it.
Thank you so much, Matani, for all those words of wisdom. I wanted to talk about another hat that you, or responsibility that you assume in your daily life. Not only you were, or you still a judge at different type of competitions here in Tahiti or outside of Tahiti. Not only you are a group leader, not only you're a choreographer or author or different things, but you're also an event producer. So in 2016, you started the first edition of the Heiva International and the Ori Tahiti competition called the Ori Tahiti World Cup. And so tell us about the creation of that event. Tell us more about that.
I was part of the Federation of Ori Tahiti before, and our plan with the rest of the leaders of the Huratau was to organize an international event. But I was very sad that that goal, we didn't really did it. That's why I decided to get out from that federation and to do that event. So that event is very simple. The idea was to think about an event here in Tahiti that can make the people from outside come back and learn with all the experts of the culture here. So it was to organize something that they can really make their money valuable, because they spend a lot of money to travel, and it was, for me, it was like unfair that they can just spend a lot of money to come, but when they arrive, nothing is ready for them. They have to take some rendezvous with some expert, but it was not sure. Maybe the expert is just flying outside at the same time. They want to see somebody else for the tattoo or for the costume, but it's impossible. So the idea was to organize you during a few 10 days, many activities that they can live, not expensive at all, but the money they spend for the ticket and for the activities is very interesting for them to learn experiences. The idea is, if they come here in Tahiti and they're just in connection with the experts, like many leaders of Huratau, leaders of Huravatau, costume designers, musicians, they just can get back to their country with many ideas and make better their show for the competition they want to do outside. It was the idea to help them make their show more beautiful, write their theme better because they had a connection with a writer, invent and create their music, go back with ideas of costume. It was the idea to grow up the level and the quality of their show, of their performance in their own country. So the Heiva International, the results of that is that the one dancer has a lot of things to win when he comes with the Heiva International, because he goes back to his country with all the connection he needs for a lot of years before. That's the idea. And the World Cup is to make the people dance together, the best of the best, dancing on a stage, and the stage of the Heiva, To'ata, to come and dance at To'ata, because every artist from outside, they come here and they are looking for the mana, and they find the mana on a mara, on a cultural place, but also at To'ata, because now it's the place for the dance. That's why we invented that event, the Heiva International. And now we are continuing that event like trials outside Tahiti, in France, next week in Japan in February 2020, in Mexico in May, and the idea is very interesting for outside because the idea is to make them come back here in Tahiti to learn with all the experts of culture here.
Thank you so much, Matani. So the Heiva International has a lot of future plans for next year and for 2020 as well. And so it's very exciting. And so to finish our interview, I just wanted to ask you what will be your last word of encouragement to all those dancers from all over the world. There's so many people who are so passionate about the Ori Tahiti, and they invest themselves into it financially, mentally, even with their time, everything. So what will be your encouragement or last word for all these people?
Thank you, POLYNESIA TV, for that question. The first advice for me, for a dancer or a leader, somebody from outside, is to work on the reo, on the language. There's no secret that someone can dance and express a culture with only the language. When a person understands the expressions, the language, the words, he can dance better. So the first step is the language. The second is, it's like the company outside. Company unlimited. I mean that when you have a dance group, when you dance, never limit your creation with the respect of the traditional step. There's not only one way to dance the land or the flower or the love or the war. You have to create. I love creation because when you never create, you die. So that's the second step. And the number 3, never forget who helped you in culture, because it means that you did a lot for the ancestors and for the whenua. And culture is something you live because of the people and not because of the books or a tree or a mountain, because of the people. So never forget your ancestors or the people who help you to create your dance group, to help you dance, to help you singing, to help you for the music, to help you for everything. Because when you recognize them, you recognize your work. And it's important. First step, Reo Tahiti or Reo. Second is creation. And the number 3, recognition of the ancestors and the whenua.
Thank you so much, Matani, for everything. Thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate all the things you shared with us. And so, aren't you guys excited? There's so many things to learn. And so if you like the video that we had today, please subscribe to our channel, POLYNESIA TV, and send us some questions or comments. We'll be happy to answer your question. And if you don't want to miss any of our videos, don't forget to hit the light bell below. And so I'll see you guys soon. And I'll say yorana, everybody. Bye.